Welcome to another episode of Mystical Awakenings. I'm Sandra and with us our beautiful Christina Trevino.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, and we have a very, very juicy, interesting topic that is not happening. It's actually been such a hard time to get started.
Yep.
The topic is drum roll.
Pain.
We want to talk about pain. It's not pain, but it's pain. And we have been through pains to get this started.
All kinds of pains.
So what would you say is pain for you, Christina?
Boy, that's like a can of worms, like opening up a can of worms and not knowing. And there's so many different types of worms in there, different shapes and sizes, and you just really don't know what's all in there. And not always where it stems from. So I'm going to say just personally right now.
I'm going to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to say something just to get you on the hook. Because I know I put you on the hook. Now I'm going to get you on the hook.
It's okay.
Really fast, and then you can add anything you want. So, pain, for me, very simple. It's a perspective.
Well, this is true. It's absolutely true. I mean, it's also an illusion, but it's the way we have perceived growth to be. It's the way we've perceived how we move through one thing to another or transcend something. We feel, this is interesting because, and everybody knows the saying. Everybody knows the saying. And it came into my mind day before yesterday because someone was talking about, we're having a conversation. And so the belief system, the worldwide belief system is no pain, no gain. Whatever that may be. See, I have goosebumps though they said that. So wherever you can apply that, whether you got to work really, really hard at something because you won't gain you won't gain anything, whether it's like an athlete or a corporate person, with their own business, they just believe you got to work, or you won't gain anything. Or you won't achieve anything. So it's all a matter of perspective and perception about pain. And that's something that's very much programmed into everybody. And so how do we approach that from a different perspective and share a different perspective to, help people to see things differently and not have to go through any pain? Why do we need to go through pain? Why? That would be my question.
I might actually check down from that department.
You're gonna what?
No pain for me. Just the other side, which is, I would say I am living on the other side of pain, which is pleasure. So how I am moving life is through pleasure. This is the vibration I'm calling in. And there is some people that might be thinking, well, what about the physical pain? But the physical pain, it's like a reminder of an area that you haven't looked at that you need to release, let go, work through.
Absolutely. It's from the body, it's the body speaking to you. Hello, something's happening here, something you need to look at. It just doesn't happen for no reason. This is the thing about, if you want to talk about, not to get too off track, but disease. People believe that disease just happens. It happens. I don't know what they believe, to be honest with you. If I ask someone, well, why do you think you have this in your body? Or for me, I ask myself. So I look at it. But most people, I ask, well, why do you think you have this disease? Or why do you have this? They say, well, I don't know. Well, this just happened to me, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But they never know what it's caused from. And they never think to look. Maybe there is a source, there's a core, there's a reason as to why self created it in the body. and this is where we step into, of course, the self-work. But most people believe that pain just happens, outside of maybe, yes, they had an accident or they fell down or they hurt themselves and they can see where that came from. But a lot of things internally, the pain that we feel, a lot of people just don't know where it comes from. They don't understand why they're even experiencing it.
So we're going back to one of my favorite words, which is awareness.
Totally, yes.
Awareness of understanding that you're into your environment manifesting to assist you in your spiritual growth and with your next step.
Of course, there's totally a reason. There's totally a purpose as to anything that's occurring. You know,
And if we pay attention to those signs, to the language of the body, to the language of the environment, we don't need to go through the pain. But because we lack of awareness, it has to manifest in the physical body, so we cannot ignore it no more.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, we're speaking. It's ourselves speaking to ourselves. In whatever level that may be, and it's not just physical pain; it's emotional pain, mental pain, even spiritual pain. It really starts out there and sort of starts to filter down through the different aspects of ourselves. So you definitely have to tune in. You have to tune into yourself. You have to tune into all the factors that contribute to it.
And the other point I want to make, Christina, is how people focus on pain, and they do very little focus onto pleasure and onto happiness. There is a lot of focus onto pain and hardship and how the world is going to madness to point end, but we pay very little attention to the miracles and the magic of everyday lives.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Well, what we focus on, we increase. So if we only focus on the pain, we just bring about more pain instead of focusing on that which can transcend the pain, which is all of the things that you're also mentioning. We have to have the awareness. We have to focus on the aspects or the things in our life that bring us pleasure. Put our attention to that. What brings us pleasure? What is it that we like to do that brings us pleasure? Or even the people that are around us, or environment, or jobs, whatever it may be. It's totally about awareness. And then your awareness creates your perception, and then your perception brings whatever into manifestation. Are you hearing me?
I definitely feel that this issue that we think, yes. That is pain. The pain is like controls us, dominates us. We keep forgetting that we are real, and the pain is the real part.
Yes, I totally agree. So how about we maybe just give a little bit of our understanding, Sandra, as to how anyone that's listening right now, what could they do right now if they wanted to say, okay, so someone's in pain, right? Whether they're ill or they're experiencing pain from an injury or something right now, or even just emotional pain. What would you suggest right now for someone to take a step into, the next step into alleviating that, or to taking their focus in a different direction? What would be some insight or a suggestion that you would give?
Well, one of the affirmations that have helped me, and this affirmation is part of the magic affirmation for the spine and brain, and they have been given by the Zero Me, is I am the observer and the observed. And if we can keep both perspectives at once, we are able to objectively see what is really going on. Do I want to call for attention? Am I feeling needy? Am I creating this pain because negative attention is better than no attention at all? So what is the root of this while you're observing yourself? And this will give you the increase on awareness. And once there is awareness, that's the first step to shifting.
Right, I agree. So really, the attention, instead of focusing on the pain, would be the attention would be on the source, the solution, or where could you take it? Because I mean, if we just focus on pain, it just gives you more pain because it understands that you're just giving all the energy to that focus, and that's it. Instead, you have an awareness. I have a pain. I mean, you mentioned the language of pain, and there really is. And that's a body of information that a lot of teachers have had out there, and Almina's had out there. And every part of the body correlates to something. So whatever pain you may be having anywhere within your body correlates to something. It correlates to an emotion. It correlates to a perception, a belief system, whatever it may be. It correlates to something. So this is where you start. This is where you start to tune in to this, so that you can find the source of the creation of this pain.
And understanding that we are the source of that and we are the creator of it, so we can uncreate it as well. But if we feel victimized and we feel victimized by the pain, then absolutely no power to release that illusion.
Exactly. And that's another key point. It is an illusion, right? Because beneath all of that only lies the perfection of who you are in a perfect form, in your, whatever you want to call that, your light body, your God self, whatever that is. Beneath all of those layers is only the perfection of who you are. So it's just a matter of taking that journey.
The inner voyage, the journey to the self will really take care of all the illusions.
Absolutely. So,
and stop talking about the pain would also help it release it. So, just to sum this all up, what is really behind pain is abundant life. And I actually picked a rune before starting this segment. The rune, this is from the White Tiger, the field of shamanism, and is the first chakra, and the runes come from the Sir Almin. And this is rune number 48, Angel God, Nekbarot, abundant life force. So, as you know, pain is restricting abundant life force. So once we release that illusion, there is a whole new world of abundant life force waiting for us. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sandra, and thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll join you again soon. Much love and blessings, and please subscribe to Mystical Awakenings. Bye-bye.
Bye.